Baku experienced one of the remarkable days in its history. 100 years ago, on September 15 of 1918, Baku got the status of Azerbaijan's capital and celebrated the victory of Islamic Army of Caucasus and Azerbaijan National Army units. This victory, which became the symbol of brotherhood and loyalty, reflects the one nation, two states philosophy and indicates that Azerbaijan-Turkey union and brotherhood is both unsurmountable and eternal.
Türkiye Respublikası'nın prezidenti Cenab Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Azerbaycan Respublikası'nın prezidenti Cenab İlham Aliyev,
Cenab Türkiye Respublikası'nın prezidenti, Cenab Azerbaycan Respublikası'nın prezidenti, koşunlar Bakı şehrinin azad edilmesinin 100 illiğine hazır olmuş hərbi parada düzülüp, Müdafiə Naziri İral Polkovnik Zakir Hasanov.
Selam asker.
Atu was the Fluctuating Black Sea, written by Azerbaijani poet Ahmet Javad and composed by Üzeyir Hacıbeyli, was performed. Then Azerbaijan song by Müslüm Magamayev echoed across the Freedom Square. Addressing the ceremony dedicated to the 100th anniversary of Baku's liberation, President Ilham stated that Azerbaijan and Turkey stand united as it was 100 years ago, saying that Baku was liberated in 1918 by Caucasus Muslim Army led by Nuri Pasha and Azerbaijan National Army units. The head of state congratulated Azerbaijani and Turkish peoples. Attaching importance to the creation of the Republic, President Ilham accentuated the activity of Caucasus Islamic Army, brought to the attention that Azerbaijani people will never forget the victory of September 15 of 1918. informing that Azerbaijan restored its state independence in 1991 and added that Turkey was the first country to recognize its independence. President Ilham Aliyev underlined that this brotherhood is second to none. Stating that the ties of the two countries are developing, heads of state are regularly meeting and the trade turnover is growing, the head of state said energy and transport projects are being successfully implemented. Also drawing attention to efficient cooperation in the military sphere, President Ilham Aliyev noted that Turkey's role in the world is gradually strengthening and stated that all this became possible thanks to the activity of the great leader and support of people to Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. Informing that 27th anniversary of independence will be celebrated and that early years of independence were hard, the head of state accentuated that Azerbaijan became an influential country. Its political and economic potential has grown, national economy has grown by 3.2 times during 15 years, $250 billion have been invested in the country and employment sharply reduced. President Ilham Aliyev stated that Nagorno-Karabakh is the ancient land of Azerbaijan. The day will come and the national flag of Azerbaijan will wave over all our occupied lands, President Ilham Aliyev said, and once again underscored the steadfastness of the Azerbaijani-Turkish unity. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan honored the memory of those killed for the independence of Azerbaijan. Turkey and Azerbaijan have common past, common culture, common language and religion, the Turkish president said, recalling that the great Azerbaijani poet Bakhtiar Vahabzadeh perfectly reflected this brotherhood in his poem Azerbaijan Turkey. Noting that our brotherhood, symbolized by the slogan One Nation, Two States, that of the Turkish state stressed the importance of the struggle for Baku in 1918. He recalled that the advancement of Nuru Pasha to the Caucasus, first to Genge and then to Baku, was made with great enthusiasm and love by the Azerbaijani people. Emphasizing that the joint struggle of the Caucasian Islamic Army and the Azerbaijani Army ensured the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan said that it's no coincidence that Turkey became the first country to recognize Azerbaijan's independence in 1991, and this was the embodiment of this brotherhood. Underlining the merits of the nationwide leader Aliyev and President Ilham Aliyev in this regard, the head of the Turkish state said that today our countries have high-level cooperation in all the spheres. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan accentuated that his country will continue to support Azerbaijan's fair position in Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, adding that the main conditions for the normalization of the Armenian-Turkish relations is the settlement of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. President of Turkey once again honored the memory of the leaders of Azerbaijan Democratic Republic and the Caucasian Islamic Army, who left this great victory as a legacy to the future generations. Then the solemn parade began with Baku Garrison's March. It should be noted that the great historical significance of the liberation of Baku lies in the fact that Azerbaijan joined its natural historical capital, its national spiritual, scientific and cultural center. With the liberation of this ancient Azerbaijani city, as if the soul and body were reunited, this event strengthened the national spirit of people. For the first time since the liberation from Tsarism, they could walk the streets of Baku with their heads held high, proud and confident. This parade, which featured the hundreds of military equipment, aviation, armored vehicles, missile and artillery weapons, air defense systems, helicopters, unmanned aerial vehicles and other weapons and equipment, once again demonstrated that the Azerbaijani army has significantly strengthened in the recent years. The formula, a powerful army based on a strong economy, has become one of the main activities of President Ilham Aliyev. Then, under the sounds of Mehter March, units of the famous Mehriban Association of the Turkish Armed Forces entered the square. Then flights of combat aircrafts and helicopters of the Azerbaijani Air Force began over Freedom Square. Helicopters with state flags of Azerbaijan and Turkey appeared in the sky. After the demonstration flights of Azerbaijani military helicopters, it was the turn of the aircrafts. They created the resemblance of tricolor of the Azerbaijani flag over Baku. The servicemen of the armed forces of Azerbaijan and Turkey marched under the state flags of the two countries along the Freedom Square in the uniforms of infantry and cavalry of the Islamic Army of the Caucasus, whose units were organized on the basis of the national forces of the Ottoman Empire and the Azerbaijan National Army. Then the flights were carried out by aviation group Turkish Stars of the Armed Forces of Turkey. The liberation of Baku in 1918, thanks to the courage and selflessness of the units of the Islamic Army of the Caucasus and the National Army of Azerbaijan, is the most glorious page of our common history, and all these ideas are united by only one national value: independence. On September 15, President Ilham Aliyev and President of Turkey Recep Tayyip Erdoğan had a joint working dinner. Heads of state first viewed the panorama of Baku from the uphill park. Then President Ilham Aliyev and President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan had a joint working dinner.